I started vlogging today. Tag, you're it. What do you think? Okay. I know. I know. I, I don't know what's gonna come out of it. But you're being vlogged right now, so speak English. Your face is not on it though. My face is. I really want to do this. Why not? And it was just an idea that came to mind. I haven't even told him as yet that I'm doing this. Um, and it is, I don't even know how it's gonna look like. Like, am I gonna do this every week, or am I gonna do this every day, or once a month? I don't know what it's gonna look like, what's gonna happen from it. And I was journaling about this morning because I'm like, this is such a mess. Because if you probably don't know this, but I'm setting up a Udemy course, and there's a few more courses that I want to create, and I'm in the middle of a launch for Coach to Cash. All these things happening right now. I'm not even looking in the camera, to be honest, because I'm looking at myself. But yeah, so it's messy. But as I wrote down, as I was like journaling about these things, I realized last time I started a YouTube channel, that was 5 years ago in September. So August, September, it was, what was 5 years ago? 2013. No? 2014. But that doesn't make any sense. I think it was 6 years ago. Shit. But anyways, around that time I started a vlog, and it was a travel vlog, so it was way more edited, and I would go on locations and stuff. It was all in Curacao though. But it was just one of those things I was like, you know what? Let's go to Bandabo. That is like where the pretty beaches are. And I'm gonna film. And my boyfriend was like, why? Or what are you doing? And I was standing there trying to film myself, and he's like, why don't you ask me for help? So he started helping me, and it became a thing, right? I think a month and a half later, I got sponsorships for that. Then I got bigger sponsorships for that thing, and it became a thing, right? I just started it out of the blue. So I had to remind myself of that today. And yeah, that is what is happening right now. I also did journal this morning, and I got this journaling prompt from Mel Robbins. She was like, "What? Ask yourself every day in January, what do you want out of this decade?" But then again, why the heck wait for January? I started today. And yeah, that is what's up. Now I'm going to do some NLP and finish that. Bye.
Like do more stuff.
Oh shoot, I was blocking the mic. Ugh. Mas mio. Much better. So, I asked myself in my journal this morning, and I asked myself this in the journal, okay? Anything else going on beneath the surface? And here's what I got as an answer. Honestly, I'm scaring myself with all that I'm doing and how quickly I've been up leveling the last few weeks. I'm facing a complete unknown. It's like I'm going through an abyss without any guarantees on what's on the other side. All that I know is that my heart and gut is telling me to keep going. which reminds me of what Sally-Ann Silsano talked about on the Hollywood Reporter Roundtable. Following her heart and gut is all that she has. There are no guarantees, right? That's what I was thinking this morning. Like, there are no guarantees. Because I watched a roundtable interview with Sally-Ann Silsano, Kris Jenner, RuPaul, Charles. What's that girl's name? The Scientology lady. Leah Remini. And this other guy, which I don't know him, but his story is pretty cool. He's in Chelsea Handler's Hello Privilege Is Me as well. But anyways, so I was watching that, and Sally-Ann Silsano, she is the creator of Jersey Shore, The Real, the one where Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart cooks together. She's like the person that's behind all that, which I admire very much. And so she was saying, there's so many industries that people know or have more options on what they're doing. Like in the film industry, you get to edit, you get to record, you get to do all those things. But when you're filming reality, you don't have any of those. So I'm filming reality right now. Ha ha ha. But I pulled a card for all this. And I don't know if you can see. Surrender your attachment to results. And it says the formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen. Then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. Boom. So yes, I got no idea what I'm doing right now, but it's gonna be good. Yeah.
And then from there, I do a bit down my nose, the bridge, and...
This baby bump is everything. Like, seriously, I love you for coming.
I'm going into my third trimester. However, that does mean that if something pops off, preterm labor is an option too. That I'm not trying to have. So let's go have a good time, not a baby.
I feel like I filled you guys in enough on like at least you have to have sleep.
Have to.
Yeah, for sure. And I specifically told Marlo because I know she would be like, no.
No, she had foot surgery. She can't
that's
worry.
right.
She told me the other day she had to warn it was in like 3 months or something.
Okay,
I'm
good.
like, child. Honey, it's still a surprise to me.
Grew up Christian, and I read the Bible, the whole entire thing, and then I got into like all these self-development things, and I felt like I had to move away from the Bible in order to renew my mind, which is, Romans 12:2, verse 2, where it talks about be transformed by the renewing of your mind, which is what this book talks about a lot. But I felt like I had to like step away from the biblical aspect of things, and I knew it wasn't the Bible per se. It was just like the cult-like mentality of the Bible that I grew up around. So this is like tying those two realities for me together. And yeah. I'm looking at the wrong side of the camera again. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering, yes, I've been in bed most of the day. I even worked on my bed. And then, this is interesting, from the same book. Our choices, the natural consequences of our thoughts and imagination, get under the skin of our DNA and can turn certain genes on and off, changing the structure of the neurons in our brains. So, our thoughts, imagination, and choices can change the structure and function of our brains on every level. Molecular, genetic, epigenetic, cellular, structural, neurochemical, electromagnetic, and even subatomic. Through our thoughts, we can be our own brain surgeons as we make choices that change the circuits in our brains. We are designed to do our own brain surgery. Amazeballs! I gotta keep reading because this is so good. This scientific power of our mind to change the brain is called epigenetics, and spiritually, it is as a man thinks, so is he. Proverbs 23:7. The way the brain changes as a result of mental activity is scientifically called neuroplasticity, and spiritually it is the renewing of the mind. Romans 12:2. In chapter 2, I introduce you to the science of epigenetics, which is tangible scientific proof of how important our choices are. They bring life or death, blessing or cursing, and they reach beyond us to influence next generations. Deuteronomy 30:19. This is because choices become signals that change our brain and body. So these changes are not dedicated by our genes. Our thinking and subsequent choices become the signal switches for our genes. What's incredible is that genes are dormant until switched on by a signal. They have potential, but they have to be activated to release that potential. They have to be unzipped, which she talked about in chapter 2, which is there's like this gene zip. I don't remember what it's called, but literally we can turn our genes on and off and stuff. Super cool. And it's all with our thinking. So think positive in 2020. Make this a decade of thinking positive. Positivity. Mariah Carey on your asses. Bye. Baila, baila, baila. Okay, so something I'm doing right now is creating a Udemy course, and I'm actually taking old videos that I've done before in courses, specifically the Free Spirit Entrepreneurs Academy, and I'm taking that and then breaking it down to create a Udemy course. And this is something that a lot of people was like, no, you shouldn't do that because Udemy, discounts stuff and you get more of that cheap crowd in there. But it is something that I really, really wanted to do, and so I'm going for it, right? If you want to know how I actually do everything in my business, you need to check out the Free Spirit Entrepreneurs VIP. And there I really teach the step-by-step thing on how I do everything in business. And also in the VIP, once you're a VIP member, anything that you want to learn how to do that I do, you just ask and I create that video for you. I create that training for you. So right now I'm just gonna chop down some videos. Some of them are already uploading around here. Really slow on my little island internet, and I don't have the fastest one, but we gotta work with what we got, don't we? So gonna be here uploading stuff. Time for bed. Good night, world.